The next vocal training that we need to talk about are the breathing exercises. And again, some of these things, to just talk about them and not do them practically, it pains my heart. It really pains my heart. But as I mentioned earlier, if you really need to like learn this, I don't know, maybe we need to get Ruth to get as a platform where I can now share some of those practically. Sometimes it's difficult to do that, and that's why I like doing like online classes or person to person physical classes, because it makes it better. And I don't just talk about them, but when I train, I have a goal. I set a target with the person that I'm training, so that you're able to see your improvement from point A to point B, so that we are moving forward, just stuck in a rut. So for today, because we are on this platform, I'm just going to talk about the breathing exercises. For breathing exercises, we need to have, we need to learn about we need to develop good breathing habits, because over a period of time, you remember, like when we used to go out to do physical exercises, I remember we were in school, we'd be told breathe in, and then you have to put your chest out, breathe in, out, and so we learned how to breathe with our chest and not with our diaphragm. But the best way to learn how to breathe right is just by looking at a baby, because they're naturally breathing. They're breathing like from the time they are born. If you look at a baby, how they breathe, when they breathe, it's their stomach that goes out. And when they breathe out, the stomach goes back in, because they're breathing from their diaphragm. So their diaphragm is not here in the chest, it's just somewhere here where the belly button is, just a little bit above that. You should be able to feel your diaphragm. So if you're breathing and you're not feeling your stomach going in and out, you're still breathing from your chest. So we need practice, 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 practice to stop that kind of breathing. So, like one of the easiest ways to learn how to breathe right, if you're seated on a seat like the one that I'm seated on, just a normal dining room chair that is straight on the back, and then you just bend completely over on your knees, like let your face touch your knees, and blow out all the air, blow out all the air from your system. Then sit right back up. Make sure your butt and your back are like on a kind of straight line. So that means you kind of need to push your butt to the back of the seat and sit with your chest out. And then just breathe in and let the breath go to the stomach consciously. Just let the breath go to the stomach, and then breathe out through your nose. And as you're breathing out through your nose, try and read your body. Try and feel, how is your body behaving, okay? Just breathe out. If you find that it's your chest that's moving, try and restrain your shoulders, because we are relearning how to breathe right. So try and restrain your shoulders, and let your shoulders just kind of go back as well, not too far back. You're trying to create a straight line from the back of your head all the way down to your butt. Okay? And then take another breath. Okay? Let's try it one more time. 2, 3, taking your breath. Now consciously breathe out through your nose, not your mouth. Do you feel that expansion on your stomach? If you're starting to feel an expansion on your belly, then we are starting to do it right. So we need, first of all, just to learn developing good breath support. Then we also need just mental focus. When you take in a deep breath, when you breathe out, what do you feel in your head? For the first few days, because we are relearning how to breathe, you might start having a little bit of lightheadedness. That's okay. That's okay. Don't panic. Don't worry. You're you're triggering there's some parts of your brain that had kind of shut down because they were not being used, because you're not breathing right. So you'll start feeling a bit of lightheadedness. Those parts of your brain are opening up and relearning, because we are relearning how to breathe right, and that's okay. There's also what you call the breathing mirror check. So You stand in front of a mirror and you look like you stand, you don't face the mirror like this, but you face the mirror on your side, you understand? And then you check yourself out when you're breathing. What part of your body is breathing? How is your body when you're breathing? Are you relaxed? Are you tense? If you find that you're tense, keep doing that. Keep checking yourself out until when you find that you're relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you'll know you're relaxed. And then also, how do you breathe? Another mirror test is just put a mirror right in front of your nose when you're breathing and breathe in and then breathe out through your nose. And just see how the vapor is. If there's too much vapor when you're done with your breathing out, it means you're releasing too much. But if you find the mirror is almost clear by the time you're done breathing out, then it means you have good breath control. And then also where the environment that you're around and the environmental effects. So, we're living in a world that is full of a lot of toxins in the air. So that affects our breathing. And sometimes when it comes to breathing exercises, mix as much as we're doing this exercises, warm ups, and breathing exercises, always drink a lot of water. And I never say go for hot water or cold water. Just stick to normal room temperature water wherever you are. If the place you're in it's cold and the room temperature water is cold, stick to that because your body has already adapted to that kind of temperature. So stick to the temperature your body is already adjusted to. Don't force yourself to be doing like, I have to do hot water that has ginger and lemon and honey. Sometimes, actually, some of those elements they can graze our vocal cords. Is it wrong to drink that? No, it's not wrong to drink that. It's good and it's healthy. But don't overdo it. When you overdo lemon, overdoing lemon also affects your teeth. So you see, it still boils down to your health. And for me, the best breathing exercises in the world is swimming. Just the longer you can swim underwater without having to come up for breath, the longer you can sing without having to stop and take a breath. So for me, swimming is one of my best exercises when it comes to breathing.